Hello, Kon. I'm your maid VTuber Lulubelle. Welcome to Higurashi When They Cry. We are finally starting the second arc called Watanagashi. Or I suppose they call it the second chapter. Yeah, we're finally starting it. Let's go! We finished the entirety of Onikakushi last week. So I'm wondering if we keep up this process, we might be able to reach the answer arc soon. The answer arcs, for those of you that don't know, is quite literally what it says it is. So the chapters that we are going through right now are the mystery arcs or something, the question arcs. So it sets the premise, the lore for us, and then answer arcs, they explain per chapter what exactly happens. And they give us the answers, you know. So we are almost there. We're like 2 more arcs away from the first answer arc. I'm really excited. I'm also dreading the moment when we're gonna finish Higurashi too. So I'm gonna do my best to enjoy the visual novel as much as possible. So I finally installed the 7th mod in this visual novel, and we'll see how it goes. I don't know if I did it correctly. It looks to be it. The aspect ratio is gone. So I'm probably gonna be covering most of the screen. So I apologize in advance because of that. Yeah, we are finally starting Watanagashi, which is all the translation for it. I know wata or watana, or the wata part is cotton, but I don't know the rest. But apparently the translation is cotton drifting, which is the festival, or at least it's a festival activity that everyone partakes in. And then after they partake in that festival, everything goes downhill from there. So it's a very horrifying activity, but I'm sure we'll get the answers for it very soon. But for now, let's get started. Another thing I wanted to go over was that I'm currently doing a fundraiser to put together funds for a new PC. My work laptop has exploded and I can't really do work as easily as I did before. So no pressure, but if you are able to, if you just go to the link on my pin message, you can donate funds there. I think we were about 30% or 40% towards the full goal, so we still got ways to go. But if you can't contribute, don't worry, we're just here to vibe. You know, as I always say. Another thing is, since I installed the 7th mod, I tweaked some things around with it. So there's going to be CG question mark. Oh no, maybe we skipped it already. So we have the updated UI and everything, so it's gonna be easier to read. Another thing is, I know the 7th mod also gives voice acting, but I would like to take the opportunity to continue to read out the lines for everyone, just so I have a better time. I can get practice in reading out the lines. So if you guys will have me, please listen to the stream, and I hope you guys will enjoy. Alright, let's get into it. I want to see how this looks like. What does the 7th mod look like? I hope I installed it properly. Watanagashi, the most possibilities. Cotton drifting chapter. How was your taste of life in Hinamizawa? A curse or a conspiracy? I believe you have fully enjoyed everything and everyone seeming suspicious. Here at last, it is no surprising attack, but a real direct incident. Please enjoy it. The difficulty is lower than Onikakushi, but extremely vicious. Okay, so it's not as hard, but just as vicious is what they're saying. Let me know if I need to be a bit louder than the game or not. I will not quench your thirst, for you seek the truth and could not accept that. I will not quench your thirst, for the truth you desire does not exist. But I still want to quench your thirst. I couldn't finish it. This is a work of fiction, everyone. 1983. It's during the Showa era. Higurashi When They Cry. Oh, it seems like it's downloaded. It looks like it installed pretty well. The chirping of birds served as my alarm clock. Oh! Whoa! This is so different! Wait! What? Yeah, there's the clock. Oh! That's crazy. Okay. Oh, that's the desk. Yeah, the desk where we see him. Well, whenever he's in the room, this is mostly what we see. Oh, and there's his uniform. And that's his coat that he wears over it. Oh, and maybe this is where Rena stood for the longest time, just listening to Keiichi on that phone call with Oishi-san. Interesting. I wonder if there is a way I can like make myself any smaller. Well, we'll see. Huh? Wasn't today Sunday? Wasn't it basically my style to stay up late on Saturday and sleep through the morning on Sunday? Why was I waking up at this disgustingly wholesome hour? Oh, and this is what happens if I scroll up. Back to sleep, back to sleep. Oh. Moshi moshi, kikoiteru? Keiichi's mom. Keiichi, are you awake? You have a phone call. At that moment, the sound of my mother calling me from downstairs finally registered. A phone call. I sprang out of my bed abruptly and stampeded noisily down the stairs. He's awake. I'll put him on right now. My mother informed the person on the other end of the line. Hello, it's me. Who might this be? Whoa, what the heck? What am I listening to? Does the visual novel always have a different set of soundtracks each time? Wait, this seems so different. Is there any way I can change the song? Wakaranai. Ahahaha. Morning, Keiichi-kun. You're such a sleepyhead. Such a sleepyhead. Oh, Rena. What's up calling me so early in the morning? I don't think it's so early. It's the middle of the day, you know? It was 11 o'clock. I guess you could loosely consider that the middle of the day. So, what's up? Hold on a second. I'll put Mi-chan on right now. I hope the background audio isn't too loud. Oh, hiyo, Kei-chan! If I were to say it in English, that'd be good morning. While we're at it, why don't you try saying it in Chinese, German, and Russian as well? Ni hao, Kei-chan. Guten Morgen, Kei-chan. Russian? Do svidaniya. How the hell should I know? Well, whatever. This stupid conversation has woken me up. That's good to hear. So, Kei-chan, you free right now? If you're good, then we've got everybody. Everybody? Did she mean all the club members? That's right. You might be thinking, every day always ends in a heated competition, but at least I can spend my day off peacefully. You're too naive, Kei-chan. Yeah. The aim of our club is to find the best solution for every situation. In other words, we don't care if it's the weekend. Oh, looks like you've come to understand our club. So how about it? Can you come? I had absolutely nothing planned that day. If I were to refuse Club President Mion's invitation, what other fun ways to pass the time would I have? It's not like I planned on doing anything. And besides, if I said no, you'd probably just declare me the loser by default and force a penalty game on me anyways. If you understand that much, then you can't refuse, right? If you're okay with it, then meet me at the usual place at 1 o'clock. We're going into town, so bring your bike, okay? Club activities in town. Well, we could do them anywhere. Besides, since it was a new venue, there was no way this was going to be intense. I'm holding a pretty big grudge from that narrow loss a couple days ago. I'll say it right now, I'm not going to lose. A couple days ago was Friday's club activities. That uncompromised blah blah blah. That uncompromised. You guys want to know something? I actually have a really hard time saying this word. Oh, you guys can't see it. It's compromise. Back when I was a kid, I used to always read it as compromise. And so it took me a long time to get myself to say compromise. And so this word right here, let me move out of the way for you guys to see. It says here, the uncompromising poker match. Now that's a really hard word to say if I don't focus 100% onto it. But I did it. A couple days ago was Friday's club activities, the uncompromising poker match. It was a fight to the death. Nobody held back. Nobody could tell who was in the lead or who was last until all the points were tallied. In the end, I won by only 1 chip. Mion came in second. Oh! Chiksha! To think if I hadn't squandered that 1 chip. Mion lamented thus, perhaps more so than the fact she lost the match. Mion doesn't lose. That's why Mion only whined when she let the champion's throne slip through her fingers. That's why she was more frustrated than anybody over a close loss. So I guess that means that she's very competitive, huh? So, did she mean for today to be a grudge match? Bring it on! Just like last time, I'll shut you down and make you play that penalty game. Make sure you play in a way that won't regret it when you lose. Heh heh heh. Wouldn't have it any other way. It'll make it all the more better when I crush you. After that, we exchange jeers for a bit before hanging up the phone. Wow. You know, it's always in the beginning of the visual novel that makes me realize like, oh, this really is youth. Oh my god, I almost said something Mio would have said. You guys want to hear it? I was gonna say, man, this old man is really poka right now. I feel so warm inside seeing all these youth enjoy their youth. Oh, right. Welcome in Ciel. Welcome in Darren. Welcome in Egg. Welcome in Kyo. Welcome in Destiny. And welcome in Nightwalker. And hello to those lurking and those watching VOD. Irashai! I hope you guys will enjoy today as well. Enjoy Watanagashi. Hiko time is my favorite time. I agree. I'm so hyped to be here. BGM sounds good. Okay. Thank you. Honolulu, ready for more baseball, throat scratching, crying, syringe-induced fun. Huh? What? What are you talking about, Kyo? I don't know what you're talking about. Welcome in Destiny. Poka. Yeah, even this man feels a little poka. Better enjoy this fun as much as possible before anything bad might happen. As I headed back upstairs, hastily to get the key to my bike, I bumped into my mother as she was carrying a futon down. Oh, Keiichi! You seem like you're in a good mood. Heading out? Something like that. I'm going into town to play with everybody. Take care. Watch out for traffic. Be back before dinner. Yeah, I'll be back by then. After unlocking the chain from my bike in the garage, I reveled in the bit with the resistance the slightly stiff pedal gave as I pushed on it. Alright, let's go! I set off on my bike, cutting through the refreshing morning air. Keiichi-kun! Keiichi-kun! You're late! Ah, sorry to keep you waiting. Huh? Where's Satoko and Rika-chan? Rather than meeting up with them here, it's a lot quicker to just meet up in town. Oh, I see. If I remember correctly, Satoko and Rika-chan's house were on the other side past the school. Oh yeah, what's up with doing club activities in town? Can't be that everybody is going to put on masks and rob banks all day, is it? Don't say scary stuff like that. I wouldn't mind doing that. Even then, I wouldn't lose to you. You're gonna make bank robbing into a competition? You see, Mi-chan always tells me the routes and schedules of the armored bank cars. I wonder why. What? I spun around with a serious look on my face and looked at Mion. Well, it certainly seemed possible that Mion was capable of doing that. Seriously, Mion? Anna! What are you saying? Sorry, Mi-chan. Sorry. The two of them joked around. That bright laughter was the best match for a beautiful day like today. Oi, Omera. Satoko and Rika-chan are waiting for us, aren't they? Let's stop fooling around and get going. Around and around, fooling about like two fluttering butterflies, I earnestly wished I could just keep watching them like this. But the five of us together would be absolutely more fun. That's right. Well, let's go. The goal is to plunder 1 billion. Once we split the loot, everybody scram! Yeah! The three of us on our bikes headed over to the gently sloping hill towards the town. Oh, everyone has a bike too? Oh. You know, I was getting a little bit worried, like, am I the only one with the... Am I the only one with the bike? And Mion's like, yup. And then Keiichi's like, where's your guys' bike? And then Mion's like, well, I was thinking, maybe we'll get there faster if all of us just rode on one bike. Keiichi's like, rode on one bike? Mion's like, yeah. So you'll drive, Keiichi-kun. And I'll get on your back, and then on my back, Rena can be on it. Hey? Yeah, if we do that, we'll definitely go faster that way. I kind of need this drawn. I feel like that'd be really, really interesting. Anyway, accelerating hard, we crested the hill. The view expanded as Okinomiya Station came into sight. I occasionally come to the station here. Considering the amount of effort it takes to get here though, it was quite a hassle. That's why I didn't know much about the area around the station, or Okinomiya itself for the matter. Oh, Okinomiya... So, the police station is around here somewhere. Guys, are you sure the background audio is low? Cause to me, the background audio is loud, and I'm scared my mic is being drowned out. Let me know. The street we headed down today was of course unfamiliar to me as well. Going through the railway crossing, we headed past the south end of the station. This is the first time I've been this way. Around here, there's lots of things like arcades and toy stores. Mi-chan knows a lot about it.
So there's an arcade. I used to go to one pretty often. My gamer's blood roils within me.
Keiichi's a gamer. Always going to an arcade? Kei-chan, you're quite the delinquent. Next time we're here, I'll show you where it is. It's a good one. There's quite a few machines. It seemed like the town of Okinomiya was Mion's stomping grounds. Yeah, she rules the city. If I asked her, she could tell me a lot of things about it. Oh, so this is how it looks like in the visual novel, huh? Eventually, we came across a store with quite a few bikes parked in front of it. Was this the arcade? No, it was a smaller shop. Looking at the window display, it seemed like your everyday toy shop. But, almost 10 kids to be filing in and out of the store. They were doing almost too well for themselves. We've arrived at GameStop. Oh, wait, this guy has a beetle on his hand. So cute.
Could it be that store is having some sort of event today?
Exactly. Top prize is 50,000 yen. What is that, $50? 50,000? What the heck is that? That's the GNP of the People's Republic of Keiichi 5 times over! 2 cute figures messing about the front of the store noticed us and waved their hands. Hello, everybody! We've been waiting for you. Good morning.
Hey! Morning, Rika-chan. Satoko, we'll settle this before the cops get here. The goal is to plunder 1 billion.
1 billion yen? Huh? Keiichi-san, I have no idea what you're talking about. Are we late? Did we keep you two waiting? We finished early today, so we've been waiting a while.
I'm sorry about that. Kei-chan here was taking a sweet time.
Well, if it was Keiichi's fault, couldn't be helped. Saying that, Rika-chan stretched up and began patting Mion's head.
Hey, wait a minute. Are you solving everything by making me the bad guy?
Of course! Who else but Keiichi-san could fill this important role? Oh!
I don't like being cast like that. If you think that this'll solve everything, you're sorely mistaken.
I was feeling slightly irritated, so I began to repeatedly smack Satoko on the head. Smack, 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 smack. Keiichi-san hit me! Wah! It's such a shame that Keiichi is bullying you. Satoko's crying! She's crying! Oh, Machikaeri! Your big sis here will take care of the big guy. We'll take care of the bad guy, okay? Wow! Rena ecstatically wiped the tears, which were probably fake, from Satoko's face, while Rika-chan gently patted mine as I laid sprawled on the ground.
Yes, this is fine. Yep. This is the way things are supposed to be solved. Although, I think we should find a new punchline before you start losing teeth.
Well then, upsy daisy. In any case, the greeting for today went well. Oh, it looks really nice. Is that candy in the bag? Dude, this looks like an awesome place for a kid. There's even dolls here. And whatever this is. Inside the toy shop, there were about 10 boys around the same age as me.
What?
Apparently, they all knew Mion, and finding out that she had arrived, they greeted her with jeers a few at a time. Oh, they all have beef with her. Mi-chan is a regular at this toy shop, so she has a lot of friends.
A regular at a toy shop. What's up with that?
Hey Keiichi-san, take a look back here. Following Satoko's prompting, I took a look. There were chairs lined up at tables, almost like some sort of a birthday party.
I realized it immediately. It couldn't be. This is the venue for today's club activities. Surprise, Kei-chan. I'm good friends with the owner here. He sometimes lets me hold game tournaments to expand his customer base. You know, in Onikakushi, when I heard that Rena and Mion was telling the manager to come to Keiichi's house, for some reason I thought it was the manager of this place. And then I soon quickly figured out that that wasn't the case. Anyway, expand his customer base. I see. Meaning, all the boys livening up the place were participants.
That's right. Normally it's just us 5, but today we're gonna play with lots and lots of people.
Rena was innocently happy about being able to play with so many people, but my expression grew noticeably stern. Why? The more the merrier, right?
Keiichi-san, I know exactly what you're thinking.
Oh, well then, why don't you try saying it? Together, okay? 1, 2.
These are all enemies.
Satoko's voice and mine blended together in harmony. We looked over at the participants. After all, the top prize was 50,000 yen. What is 50,000 yen? $500 or $50? About. My eyes lit up like a flame. Oh, it's Rabune. Hey, Kei-chan. It looks like today will be fun. Well, no matter how many rivals I have, the goal is still the same. Rivals? Kei-chan, do you think a whale keeps track of all the krill it eats? She said that in an unpleasant voice, laughing with an aggressive glint in her eyes reserved solely for club activities. Chikusho! Mion! She's as serious as she can get today. I'm not the only one who's serious. Take a look at Rika-chan. Mion pointed, looking at where her finger directed me. What the heck is that? Rika-chan was using those kinds of traits to soften up the group with an almost excessive pleasantness.
I'm also going to do my best. Go for it! Yay!
Go for it! Yay! Completely emasculated, the group joined Rika-chan in a cheer. The inside of the store had been consumed by the world of Rika-chan. Chikusho! She's already chomping at the bit.
It seems like today's going to be fun. I'm going to do my best. How?
It seemed that Rena was also unusually fired up by the large crowd. Hopping about and running around, she entered entirely into cute mode. In Rena's case, the real fun starts when her tension gauge fills up. Her happy-go-lucky attitude believed the fact that this is the state in which she was the most threatening. Mion was making small talk with some of the regulars she was acquainted with. It was like business as usual with her. Of course, if anybody thought that Mion looked ordinary, they were not qualified to be in our club. The shadow beneath her feet was exuding killer instinct, rising up like a chill wind. Damn it. Mion, throwing away her honor and humanity like that. She's serious.
Keiichi-san, don't you know? The 50,000 yen prize is from Mion-san's own pockets.
Whoa, what? Wait, I'm so surprised. What? Really? She's so involved. She was putting out the 50,000 yen all by herself. At that moment, a dark miasma that warped Mion's surroundings began to appear. What is it, Kei-chan? Is there something on my face? A shiver crept up my spine. That Mion, cornering herself like that,
She was pulling out the demon lurking within her. Fine with me. My knees are shaky like crazy. Before I realized it, the store had filled up with even more people. However, the looks in their eyes weren't confrontational. They were looks of expectations and curiosity. They were the eyes of onlookers who were wondering what kind of match was going to occur and who was going to win. You couldn't ask for a better stage than this. This is getting interesting. That's such an anime line. Omoshiroi.
Keiichi-kun! Let's all do our best, okay? Do our best! Hallelujah!
Rena was already fully charged. Mortal laws and common sense held no power before the might of Rena in her cute mode. I definitely didn't want to fight her, if possible. Rika-chan, do your best! We're all cheering you on!
Okay, I'll do my best.
Rika-chan, who was exuding way too much charm, no matter how you look at it, had already won over most of the onlookers to her side. Nonchalantly avoiding things had always been Rika-chan's creed, but for her to be blatantly laying out her machinations like this, something was definitely strange. Like Rena, she was somebody who I didn't want to fight if I could help it. Of course, the one you don't want to fight the most is Mion-san. I've been lucky to even leave alive more than a few times at the end of club activities, but I don't think there was a day that even came close to being this dangerous.
Mion-san seems to have developed quite the grudge after losing that poker match a few days back, you know.
It seems that way. In other words, today is just an elaborate stage for her revenge. Almost as though she were psychic, Mion turned towards us. Her eyes silently conveyed the message. You guys just figured that out now. It wasn't that Mion, both Rena and Rika-chan were more pumped up than they'd ever been. Yeah, one's gonna pop up today. Without a doubt, there'll be casualties. It seems that somehow Keiichi-san and I were the only ones left. What do you think? Should we not have our match during the opening round? Might as well. I need to warm up before I can really kick it into gear. My spinal column shuddered like it had been struck by a bolt of lightning, and like a pillar of ice was being jammed into it. Began to freeze. I could almost see the flames backlighting Satoko with her intensity. Even then, while Satoko was displaying a normal smile, it was cold and inhuman, almost as if it were wearing a plastic mask. You must really want to eliminate me in the opening round. You can't hide that murderous intent.
Oh, that's too bad. You're being uncharacteristically cautious today, Keiichi-san. Oh!
Without a doubt, it was a trap. I don't know what she had up in her sleeve, but if I fought with Satoko during the opening round, my loss would be more certain than if I went against Mion. Is it true though? Because I feel like everyone is a pretty equal match. A pitch black miasma parade. A pitch black miasma. I feel like I'm saying my asthma. A pitch black miasma permeated the inside of the store. Did they all want to win that 50,000 yen prize that much? No, that's not right. The only ones competing for the prize money were the casual participants. I was built different. I had mistaken this as just a way to fool around on a normal Sunday. It didn't matter when it was, or where it was, or who our opponents were. In our club, the goal is always the very top of the mountain. An intense flame that no strong winds could extinguish, hot enough to melt any steel, began to burn inside me. The fuse had been lit on an unprecedentedly intense club battle. It was then that the owner of the store had told Mion in a lackadaisical voice that it was time to begin. Is everyone ready? Oh, is everybody ready? Listen close now. Mion began with the formalities, standing in for the owner, and explained the rules of today's tournament. You're only playing to win. Hang on, should I shrink myself down a little bit? I'm not too small. I feel a little small. I'm gonna narrow myself down a bit. There is no second or third place. That's the same rule as our club. There were 15 people participating. We were to split groups via a draw. Oh, whoops. Each winner in the first stage would advance. Oh wait. There were 15 people participating. We were to split up into 5 groups via the draw, and each group would have to have one winner. Each winner in the first stage would advance to the next in order to compete in the final. Now, as for how each group will compete, each table can decide to play whatever they want. As long as the game is here in the shop, anything goes. Already in club mode DEFCON 1, I didn't let the small gap in the rules go unnoticed. Neon, can I ask a question? Won't everybody push to play a game they're good at, and not be able to agree on which one?
Oh, that's right. We can't decide, we can't start.
The spectators also nodded along. I could imagine the I could imagine how everybody looks like. Hang on, I feel like I'm really small right now. I'm gonna stay like this. It was only natural. There wasn't anybody who would simply cede to their opponent's suggestions. I'd prefer if you were all good sports and managed to come to a decision on your own. But if it comes to a stalemate, should we have the store's owner decide for you? It was an event at a toy store after all. You'd expect the owner to referee. After that, Mion's rundown continued. It ended with a rule that any losing participants would have to buy the game they lost at, a rather nice proposition for the store. Oh, wait, that is really smart. Yeah. First, we used a draw to split into 5 groups. Everybody lined up a single file and began to draw tickets that the shop owner had prepared. It was my turn. Alright, time to draw. No matter who I was up against, I'd crush them. At that moment, Mion began to laugh with a hawkish gleam in her eye. Of course, I'm sure you already know, but club members will have a separate penalty game than the casual participants. Heh, I thought as much. What's the gist of it? The winner gets to give the losers 1 order each. Contrary to how simple it sounded, it was a terrifying eventuality, the subject of which no one could predict. Damn you, Mion. Was she really planning on parading me around Hinamizawa in cat ears and a banana hammock with a tail attached or something? Nandianen. The look on Mion's face told me she wasn't going to let me off that easy. On top of that, this time, it wasn't just the person who finished last who'd have to submit to the penalty game. The losers get 1 order each. In other words, even if you don't finish last, you still have to do a penalty game. Oh, what, the second place people too? That be the case. What about if there's no winner? Like, if all the club members drop out midway through? Ah, Kei-chan, are you alright in the head? What? The look in Mion's eyes came of that lion bearing its fangs. How exactly are the elite members of our club going to lose to some mewling newborns? Kei-chan, don't embarrass me by getting eliminated in the first round. Even so, I didn't feel threatened. The more into it my opponent was, the stronger I would become. You just wait and see.
I won't just sit here and be bullied by you, Mion. I'll show you! We shall meet in the finals.
Oh! It's like a line out of a sports anime. The results of the draw were enough to make it cry conspiracy. All the members of the club were nicely divvied up amongst the 5 tables. How did this happen when the draw was that random? The thought that I was already caught in Mion's puppet strings made me feel uneasy. That was fine though. I'll crush all your petty tricks. Now, where were my opponents? Everybody was headed to the table corresponding to the number on the ticket. Oh! The competition at my table was... These two, huh? They look younger than me. Well... Aren't you two the classmates of mine?
Oh hi, I'm Tomita. This is Okamura.
Okamura-kun greeted me by nodding his head. So my opening round was to be against my own juniors from school. Just saying, but it seemed like a pretty easy matchup. Lucky! Time to destroy them without mercy. Alright then everybody, please decide on your games and start! With Mion's declaration, the inside of the store suddenly became lively. Everybody was yelling their favorite games at each other, trying to gain an advantage before they started. Even my 2 classmates, who seemed taciturn at first glance, began to fiercely insist on their own games as soon as the signal was given. Of course, I would kick those suggestions aside. There was absolutely no reason to pick a game your opponent was good at. Sorry, they're all games I don't know. Could you pick something a little more well-known? Of course, they didn't agree to the games I suggested either. I could only smirk bitterly. Naturally, after 5 minutes, this table still couldn't agree on a game. Obeying the rules, we asked the store owner to decide on a game. Clearing his throat, the shop owner brought over a board game from the back of the store. It was a game called The Game of Life. Oh! You know, I never got to play that game. Like, very much, I mean. I've only played it, like... twice? I think I only played it once. So it's like a very new game to me. Quite the vintage we have here. And to think of it, if you lose, you have to buy this game. That damned shop owner, was he using this competition to get rid of all the games he couldn't sell? I know this one. You guys do too, right? Spin the wheel and head to the goal. Whoever has the most money after we liquidate our assets is the winner. The 2 nodded in agreement, and finally the game was underway. At that time, I already had a feeling of impending crisis. I wouldn't realize why until the game progressed a bit. This place seems really nice. It seems like a place for communities to get to know each other more too. Thank you so much for the hearts, I appreciate it. Welcome in. Welcome in everyone. Judging by what I'm going to get on the screen, are you at a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament? I bet that's not too far off. I've heard a couple of people here playing a Yu-Gi-Oh match right now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Celebrate the birth of your child. Receive 5,000 from everybody. 5,000? Samane. Okay. I've built a bit of a lead.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bonus. Receive 100,000 from the bank.
Ha! The tables were turned in an instant. 1, 2, 3. Proceed to the corporate ladder course. Whoa, that's a good route! It seemed like only my piece was landing on the steady spaces. I had doubts as to why Mion didn't bring up the board games for club activities. That reason was laid bare to me before my eyes. That's right. I'd only realized it now. This game was completely based on luck. What could I possibly do to make sure I ended up in first place at the end? The ultimate outcome of this game was decided in a place beyond human hands. How are the other club members doing? My eyes naturally wandered off to the other tables. Leon's table was... What? They weren't doing anything. Had they still not decided on a game? This naive idea existed to distract me from the most frightening possibility. Mion was lounging about, leisurely holding some juice she bought from the vending machine outside in one hand. When our eyes met, she gave me a look of ease. It couldn't be. She'd already finished! What game is it? That easily? I was probably too late to be concerned with at this point. Only 5 minutes since we started, and our two opponents were already beyond recourse. They were sitting there, slumped over in disappointment, muttering to themselves, trying to figure out what they went wrong. For that, they didn't find no answer. Was there any reason for their defeat other than they sat at the same table as Mion? That's funny, that's funny. Then what about Rena's table? The spectators were causing quite a commotion. It looked like their game was Karata. Karata, huh? That sounds familiar. The shop owner was apparently the one reading out the cards. Oh yeah! Rena tended to dawdle along and space out a lot. Wouldn't she have a hard time with this game? Then I'll read it out loud. The dog gets tired. At the same instant, the shop owner began sounding out the words. The card and the question disappeared off the face of the table. No, the face of the earth. Impossible! Where did it go? It was against Rena's cheek. She was rubbing it there. How so cute! Oh, machikairi! I'm looking at the card Rena was rubbing against her cheek. It was some anime-themed version of Karata with rather cute moe illustrations decorating the card. Basically, it was a picture of a pretty dog girl with a silently... Oh my gosh. Let me reread this. Basically, it was a picture of a pretty dog girl with a slightly large chest, panting and half in tears as she was being pulled along on a chain. With those types of pictures, even I could play with godlike speed. Of all the people to play that game, it had to be Rena. It was entirely possible that her fingertips were on the verge of breaking the sound barrier. It's over. Mion smiled coolly. Seeing no further reason to keep watching, she turned back. So cute! So cute! Even if I win, I'll still buy these cards! I'm taking them home! How? After that, the card started being read out. Bam, bam, bam! Such decisive sounds echoed. Well then, how about Satoko? Oh, she was playing a rather orthodox game. Concentration. Judging from the distressed look on Satoko's face, it seemed that she was struggling somehow. One of the main characteristics of concentration is that the pace of the game speeds up as it goes on. As the number of cards to memorize decreases, it becomes easier to memorize several pairs in a row. It wouldn't be an exaggeration to say that the first person to take over the flow of the match can run away as the winner. The cards still in play had decreased. If you memorize the cards that have been turned over before, you should have a good chance to sweep the table at this point. Satsuko probably knew the positions of all the remaining cards. However, her turn had came a little too late. If her opponent followed up, the match would be decided. Hojo, sorry, but I'm also aiming for the prize money. Don't hate me for this. This guy, did he have the locations of the remaining cards memorized? He was completely certain of his victory. The tension on his face relaxed. Poor Satoko. It's over. I whispered that in a bored manner as I turned my attention back to my own game. I spun the wheel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What? Sona! The Ace of Hearts should have been here! There was a commotion at Satoko's table as the shout rang out. The other two at my table turned around in surprise. I didn't. After all, there really wasn't anything to be surprised about. This is so silly. 모치론. The onlookers were confounded, most of them certain that the Ace of Hearts should have been there. There's no way. I must be seeing things. It must have been because I was excited. So assured in his victory, the distress over his defeat ran deep. That's how it is. If his opponent wasn't Satoko, then the Ace of Hearts certainly would have been there. What a fool. When you're up against Satoko, you can't let your guard down for a moment until the battle is over. Keiichi-san, you still haven't finished your match? You have no sense for these things. With a refined tone of voice reserved for only winners, Satoko called out to me. For the casual observer, it must have looked like she only eked out a victory. From my point of view, however, she was only playing around. The rules of winner and loser had already been decided. It was nothing more than child's play. The laughable part about it was that her opponent didn't know his role had already been assigned. Oh, what a cool line! Nice work out there. Setting up a farce of a trap with the Ace of Hearts. My opponent only walked into one of my traps. Even then, one was more than enough. Satoko was a trapper. Her true talent was never having one misfire. Setting off only one trap was more than enough. Ain't that cool? So what, like Satoko is like the guy from Home Alone? The fact that the other club members were winning one after another with their own brand of play only added to my impatience at my own lack of progress. Oh right, how's Rika-chan doing? How is our club's sly little fox doing? What the heck is that? Over in that corner, the mood at that table was decidedly different from the others. Oh! The game at Rika-chan's table was... You know that battery-powered fishing game? The one where the fish open and close their mouths as they rotated on a platform, and you used a magnetic fishing rod to pick that up? That old thing. It seemed they planned on competing by seeing who would catch the most fish, but it had become an atmosphere you could hardly call competitive. Wow, I caught one! You're so good! Rika-chan, you're good at this! Oh my god, she caught another one! Rika-chan is really good at this! I knew that Rika-chan had already charmed her opponents, along with the onlookers, before the matches had even begun, but brilliantly played. That corner had become an informal meeting of the Rika Furude fan club. It's Rika-chan's victory! It's Rika-chan's total victory! Oh wait, that's Rena. It's Rika-chan's total victory! Total victory! Rika-chan's good at fishing, isn't she? What Rika-chan is trolling for probably isn't fish. Hearing that, she glanced over my way briefly. This is my way of getting serious. That's what I heard. This is a masterful technique that only Rika is allowed. Only Rika can do. Yeah, a masterful technique. My bar side, it's your turn. Oh, sorry. Yes, it is. 1, 2. Fined for tax evasion. Pay $50,000. In contrast, my game, what an unseemingly situation this was. Bro, it's so over. Keiichi-kun, it's over for you. Noticing the uneasiness creeping across my face, my companions came to see how I was doing. No, companions, don't look. It's so over.
Aw, Keiichi-kun, could it be you're struggling? You're struggling. Okamura, right now, how much money do you have?
Okamura, who had wrung lots of money out of the elite course, began to count through a stack of white $100,000 bills. About 980,000, I guess.
How much money do you have, Tomita?
I have $880,000. I'm still close enough to turn this around. Those two, it looked like they could easily surpass $1 million. Well, Kei-chan, how much do you have? Eon's tone of voice was grim from the get-go. It was her disappointment and disgust as club president. It can't be helped! There's no strategy involved other than spinning the wheel in this game. How am I supposed to cheat? Tell those two to close those eyes and count to 100 while I rig the wheel? You know there's no way I can do that. Rika-chan gently pet my head. Still, she wasn't too happy.
How pathetic. At one point, I thought you'd be a worthy adversary.
I've been utterly disillusioned.
Don't give up, Keiichi-kun. There has to be some way to make a comeback. Do your best. Right till the end.
Like I said, how am I supposed to make a comeback with this game relying entirely on luck? Right! Mion! Mion's face, however, was almost unbelievably indifferent, like she was watching something completely unexciting. Oh, yatta na! She then turned her back without saying a word. Yatta na! Hey, Mion! It was a pathetic voice that irked even myself. I'm disappointed. Everybody was serious about this, but you're the only one who wasn't. What do you mean by serious? Are you telling me to control the spinner through sheer force of will? Will. How can I do that? If you were serious about it, you would have settled this game 10 seconds from when you started.
Mi-chan, you don't have to get so angry. Wait!
Mion, in a bad mood, cast me aside and disappeared into the depths of the shop. Ouch! So cold! Maybe it was because it had become an awkward situation, but the spectators dispersed from around my table.
Chiksha!
Are you saying I'm not serious about this? Are you saying that if I were serious, I would have settled this game of chance in 10 seconds? If I were serious! Everybody was praying for my victory. They believed in me. Did I betray their expectations? Was it because I wasn't serious? Should we continue the game? The two of them were timidly trying to resume play. I didn't respond to that. The table sunk into silence. Mayabara-kun, should I take it to mean you're giving up? The owner, thinking I was forfeiting, started to announce the cancellation of the game. At that moment, the demon inside me let loose a howl and awakened. I get it now, Mion. What it means for me to be serious. I'll show you! Whoa. I clamped my hands on their shoulders, speaking in a low voice after pulling them closer. Tomita-kun, Okamura-kun, let's
Make a deal. Let me win.
The two of them, not immediately understanding what I had just said or the meaning behind it, were momentarily confused.
Hey, my bar-san, no violence. Let's settle this game properly. Just listen to what I have to say. What is it you guys want? The 50,000 yen prize?
Well, of course. Winning that kind of money is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Even supposing you win, what are you going to do with that money? How are you going to enjoy it?
The two of them considered it briefly. That's none of your business.
Buy a new game or something? Snacks? Maybe some juice? That's petty. So petty. Are you guys stupid?
Then how will you enjoy it if you win, my bar-san?
Me? That's the point. Just shut up and listen what I have to say.
V Club members have a penalty game separate from the casual participants. If we lose, we have to obey a single command from the winner. From another point of view, the winner earns the prize of being able to order the other club members around.
First of all, Tomitake-kun, you like Satoko, right? Don't deny it! Next, Okamura-kun, you like Rika, right? Don't turn red!
What the? I drew the two of them, red-faced and conscious of whether anybody else heard what I just said, even closer. Okay. Moe, what men covet, what men dream about. It's like an unreachable Garden of Eden. Even then, you'd still aim for it, wouldn't you?
That's because our passionate souls scream for Moe.
That sensitive age where you couldn't say you like the girl you like. Understanding that gave me all the more power.
Tomitaku, if I win, I'll make Satoko wear a collar, be your little sister for a day.
Whoa. Oh. A red fountain spewed from both of Tomita-kun's nostrils.
Also, Okamura-kun, I'll put cat ears on Rika-chan and let you take her out for a walk on a leash.
Blood erupted from the vein in Okamura-kun's forehead. That...
Don't be shy. Just pretend I force you to go along with me. You two are simply sacrifices to my Bara-senpai's whims. You can pretend to be against it, I understand. I know everything that your hearts desire.
And I suddenly lowered the tone of my voice.
My school life was very bleak. I know with my very body how foolish it is to waste such an important time in your life. So, to you, my juniors, I don't want you to live your lives like that. Be honest with yourselves.
Excuse, 1 second, I'm gonna drink some tea. Oh, sorry. Oh meh. Tea is so tasty. This is some intense game. chase your dreams, fulfill them. I'll fulfill them for you. I will! It was this moment that the values of men bridged generations. Bellebuddy-san! Did I ever have a mentor who ever spoke my mind for me so strongly? Never! There was no way there was! That's because in a man's lifetime, he'll only have 3 fateful encounters. That valuable first time was being experienced right this moment with these two. It's fine, right? Then let's do it. 1, 2, 3. Game over! It was such an assertive declaration of the game's ending that everybody in the store turned and looked. It had been less than 3 minutes since I was on the verge of forfeit, and all the spectators were certain of my loss. Did I feel so goofy with this music? I feel like a little clown. Keiichi-san, what happened? Who won? It was my complete victory. What did you say? Nandato? Exactly how did you overcome that situation? There's no need to explain what happened. It was a gentleman's agreement. Right, guys? Yes, sir! The two of them, stifling tears of gratitude, answered strongly from the bottom of their hearts. Exactly what kind of miracle occurred? Oh my god. Occurred here during those 3 minutes. The spectators all looked away from my utter disadvantage. You did it! You did it, Keiichi-kun! Yay! The spectators were puzzled at how I was able to quickly overcome that hopeless situation. That guy, is he able to control the spinner wheel with his eyes or something? What a funny line. It's a miracle! What devilry is this? He's in cahoots with that Mion, you know? There's no doubt he had some strange trick up his sleeve. I looked at the crowd who couldn't help but be excited. Out of the corner of my eye, now fully awakened and in battle mode, I let out a derisive laugh. So this is what it means for me to be serious. Mion. Yeah, selling out your friends? It took your sweet time. Baring our fangs at each other, we laughed together in the most unsightly fashion. Well, with this, all the club members have cleared the first round then. Which means this time, it's a match against everybody. A match! I've already decided what I'm going to buy with the prize money. That's only natural. Right. Satoko and Rena smiled, sneered at each other. These guys, they really think they can win against Keiichi Maebara when he gets serious? Mion, that was a mistake. You shouldn't have offered me advice just now. What a mewling newborn you are. You're a million light years too early to think you can win against me. Mion, light years are a measure of distance. Oh, she's embarrassed. What are we doing, Mi-chan? How are the 5 of us going to face off? How? Well now, we have such a splendid lineup. It would be a waste to rush things. Mia's saying something complicated again. It couldn't be! Why, you... Mion's hair flowed elegantly, almost like a cape as she turned her back to the table. As for today's contest, I, Club President Mion Sonozaki, will reserve judgment for now.
The method and time are yet undecided. The more spectators, the better. It should be in front of everybody from Hinamizawa and Okinomiya. By then, we'll know the best way to settle things.
Are you running away from this? This is too unfair, even for you, Mion-san.
You newborn, do you still not realize what has happened? The combative aura billowing out from Mion's body formed a barrier stopping Satoko's advance. We'll meet again. Prepare yourself for your inevitable defeat. Eh? With a shrill laugh, Mion left the store. After a moment of silence, the crowd erupted into cheers. When will they resume the contest? Mion's serious. The other members did great too. That new guy Maebara, he's got some strange powers. He turned the tables in an instant. Maebara-san! You've got to win! Yeah. I'll dunk someone like Mion head first into... How do you pronounce this? Furia! Part of the crowd that had apparently overheard the covenant between Tomita-kun, Okamura-kun, and myself erupted into a cheer again. Mion's going to win anyways. She's the undefeated empress. I'm betting on Mion. Now it's going to be Rena with that ungodly speed. Satoko the trap artist. Rika the siren. It may be a long shot, but it'll be Maebara. However, right now I had no ear for those cheerful voices. Setting the stage for this huge match, they're running away like that. I wasn't going to forgive Mion. Outside of the store, Mion was getting on her bike as the shop owner was seeing her off. Don't run away, Mion! You're the club president! Don't run! Fight me! Oh, sorry, Kei-chan. Right now I've got to go to my part-time job. Huh? Like you would see in a sketch comedy show, my legs slipped in an opposite direction until I was doing the splits. What a weird imagery. Yeah, while you were playing your game, Mi-chan received a phone call. It's too bad. It was just getting good too. Not our lucky day. We're getting crushed at the sale over at my uncle's store. They don't have enough people to work the registers, so he called me for help. When you say your uncle, does he manage a supermarket or something? It's just a small store. What? Whenever you put stuff on special, all the housewives swarm in like locusts. Don't they have any common sense? Even though they don't have enough staff, they're selling a carton of eggs for 10 yen. Limit one per customer. I was a little surprised. You would never think that this was the club president exuding such a dark aura inside of the store just a short time ago. It was the usual Mion right now, almost exasperatingly so. My shoulders slumped. That's right. Club mode was over now. As things were getting exciting for him. But it was really heated today. It was really fun. That damn Mio. She really knows how to fire people up. Me too. I got so fired up in my head. My head started to tingle. Especially Kei-chan. That was scary. I thought he was going to eat me alive there.
It's work, so I guess there's nothing you can do. But it really is too bad. I really want to continue this some other time. Any time is good. How about we do it at the Watanagashi's festival?
The cotton drifting 5-demon firefight. That's right. I'll think about it. Will Tomitake-san be joining us then too? Right now, what were Rika-chan and Mion talking about? Watanagashi festival? Oh yeah, he doesn't know. Cotton drifting 5-demon. What? I love it when things turned out all over the top and manga-like. It'd be nice if we could have another thrilling club activity like this soon.
She laughed with a smile that made you feel refreshed just looking at it. Oh. At that moment, the shop owner came out carrying a paper bag. I wonder what it is. Is he giving it to us? Thank you, everybody, for today. Thanks to you, the event went really well. It's not much, but here's a little something for you guys. Hey, Uncle Yoshiro. Isn't there a little something for me too? My. Quite an adorable one, is it not? When Satoko and Rika-chan opened up the bag, there were cute little stuffed animals inside. How? They're so cute! Omachi kaeri kana? I really can. Which means there's something for me too. Oh, I got a pretty adorable one. It was a stuffed toy wearing a beautiful dress, one you'd use to play house. Rena's eyes were glued to my stuffed doll. Satoko was the same, and Rika-chan too. Kei-chan got the one that fits him the least. How do I say this? I could say it's pretty or cute. Well, I guess it's cute and pretty, I can admit. It's adorable, but a doll with interchangeable clothes is... Oh, hey, thank you so much for the support, Rel. Thank you for the members. Thank you for the gifted. Amae-kyun. Welcome in, members. I appreciate the support as always. The background music is so good. I agree. Before it was like a a really chaotic sounding soundtrack, but now it's like kind of low-key. Yuru. Hi Lulu, hope you're having a good night. The anime didn't cover this part, did it? Oh, it did. I believe it was the second season. But yeah, it's the Mion-centric season. This makes me imagine Santa Claus dancing. Cute! Like a chibi Santa Claus. I'm a dip. Gambalulu, believe in the heart of the cards, Keiichi-kun. Thank you so much for coming by, Kyo. You believed in the heart of the cards, that Keiichi. I love listening to VN VODs, but it's hard to watch them live since you're lost if you miss any of it. It's true. I can see that, yeah. Oh, my teeth. Yeah, that means that you can't miss, or a crucial event will be lost. If you walked around with it, then you'd definitely be treated like a weirdo starting tomorrow. Mion didn't have to go that far. This wasn't something a guy like me should be carrying around. Mion was the only one who hadn't received the present, so I thought about giving it to her. However, after briefly considering, I gave it to Rena instead. Hey! Wait, this art is so cute! But, I remembered him giving it to Mion. So that's what the... Is this Manga Gamer or CG's? This art is clean. Huh? You're giving it to me? To Rena? Thank you! Just protecting myself. If I didn't give it to Rena, then walking the streets at night would be crazy. It would be scary. I thought that he was gonna give it to Mion. No doubt. I thought about giving it to Mion, but it just didn't feel right. You know it. I sometimes wonder why I wasn't born a boy. It's better that you're a girl. If you're a boy, I would have killed you already. You should kill me while you still can. If you don't, Kei-chan, you might not live to regret it. Mio laughed after saying such an ominous line. Everybody laughed heartily along with her. Ask God to make you a boy in your next life.
I'll also have him make me a boy. Then together, the two of us will start with taking over the country as a warm-up. Ah ha ha!
Mion-chan, if you don't get going soon, tea shop owner told her meekly. A lot of us looked like we were having a lot of fun, so it must have been hard to put a wet blanket on things.
Later then. Today was really fun. I'll see you guys later. Tomorrow at school. Don't be late for work.
Everybody waved their hands and watched as Mion left. Before I knew it, the sun was already setting and the breeze carried a hint of chill. Oh. Should we play for a bit more in town? Or should we go home? The road gets scary when it's dark. Then I guess it's time to leave. We certainly caused a ruckus today.
We sure did. Okay, let's go home.
That makes me sad. I wish he could have given the doll to Mion. She looked so sad. The wind blew gently, as if to cool down those of us flushed with enthusiasm. The road back to Hinamizawa was long, but I didn't really mind. Oh, that's right. Rena-san, you achieved an overwhelming victory, didn't you?
When Rena gets like that, I'm sorry to say, but there's no winning against her.
Ah, it was because the cards were so cute. See? I bought them. Hahoo! Rika was the same as usual. When it comes to boys, it's like taking candy from a baby. It was an easy win.
How much was calculated and how much was natural? I get scared when I think about how Rika will turn out in the future.
Satoko-chan was amazing too. The way it ended was really exciting. It wasn't the sort of game where I should be complimented. Oh ho ho ho. Keiichi, you also show your fangs at the end there.
Well, I guess. I'm the type of guy who's stronger. Oops. I'm the guy. Blah blah blah. I guess I'm the type of guy who's stronger. Oh, why do I keep messing it up? I guess I'm the type of guy who's strongest when he's cornered.
Tomita-san and the others seem to be cheering you on really hard. What was that about? You made some sort of promise with Tomita and Okamura. It's probably a secret. A secret? How? I wonder what it is. I wonder.
Sometimes, for a man, there are times we can only understand one another by fighting. Blah ah ah ah.
Desperately laughing, I frantically tried to avoid the subject. After that, everybody continued to praise each other for how they defeated their opponents, and reflected on how fun today was. Wow, Nichijou! Everybody, look! The sunset is beautiful! Satoko, getting even more excited, pointed, waiting where her finger indicated was an immense sunset, casting even longer shadows of us on our bikes. How nice! The cries of the Higurashi were gentle and very comforting. Who's Mion's uncle? Let's save. And then we continue. Oh. Wait. Sound effects. Music. Okay, I need to lower this down because it's like really loud. I wonder why afternoons always make you feel sleepy like this. Mion spoke in a tone that went so as far as to make whoever heard it lethargic. You want a medical explanation for sleepiness? I could say it, but it'll just make you more sleepy. Spare me. It was almost 3 o'clock. Oh! This art for the classroom is like so clean. It was almost 3 o'clock. 6th period was almost over. By the way, Satoko and everyone else in the lower grades ended their school Oh, what? By the way, Satoko and everyone else in the lower grades ended their school day after 5th period, so they were probably running around in the schoolyard right now. I could definitely hear their joy-filled voices coming from there right now. Oh, what I would give to be able to join them. Mi-chan, you're the class representative, so you have to try harder. No going to sleep. You see, rather than the class representative, I'd rather be the president of the boxing club. They get to sleep a lot. What makes you think that? At the boxing gym, they always hitting the sack. Get it? The teacher cackled as she hit the back of Mion's head with the corner of the textbook. Whoa! That's all from me. I'll leave it at that for today. Representative, please direct the class. Everybody stand up. At attention. Mion, who had been half asleep, became lively again the moment she heard class was over. It must be delightful to be that shrewd. Homeroom was done after the lower grades had finished their lessons, so we were free to go. It was one of the odd rules that we had as a mixed grade school. When they knew class was over, Satoko and Rika-chan returned to the classroom. Good work today. Wait. Oh right, it's time for happy fun club activities. Yeah, that's right. What should we do today? Hey Mi-chan, why don't we continue what we started yesterday? Yes, we should do that. To have it end like that when things were getting good, I won't accept it. Now, I know how you feel, but let's save that for another time. Something like that shouldn't be done somewhere dinky like a classroom after school, but a grander stage. I'm down whenever, but some of the younger guys said they'd watch me in the finals, so let me know ahead of time. Oh, Keiichi-kun, you're amazing! There's people cheering you on! I wonder if there's anybody cheering on Rena. Me, it's me! I'm cheering you on, Rena! Good luck! I couldn't help but watch as Rena entered her pining maiden mode. I'm not gonna pull any punches, so I'll pray for your victory, Rena. With a saccharine, Keiichi brand smile, I ruffled Rena's hair roughly. Keiichi-kun! Where are you? How? Rena turned bright red and short-circuited, smoke billowing from both her ears. Gazing into her eyes, a strange scene of me holding hands with Rena and skipping through a flower bed was reflected there. That's so cute, she's so maidenly. Even if it was somebody else's imagination, it was terribly troubling. Meet Keiichi, the Rena killer. When Rika-chan said that, everyone burst out laughing at once. Ooh, and I tug at my collar. Rena killer? Rika, I feel like this joke is a little too fresh right now. It's a little too early. Ah. That Rena is a Satoko and Rika-chan killer though.
It may be true that we can't win against Rena, but we won't lose to KG.
Oh, this is becoming a pretty interesting relationship, man. Our strengths kind of interact like a rock, paper, scissors. That doesn't include Mion, does it? Oh, true.
Of course not. It doesn't matter who it is, I won't lose.
Mion leered with a gaze befitting of a club president. No.
Excuse me. Befitting of an empress.
The mood in the room became more lively. It was as good as a moment It was as good a moment as any to get started. Well now, let's get started nice and easy.
Yeah. So then, Mi-chan, what shall we do today?
Mion let out a small interjection as she rummaged through the so-called club locker. Every time I look, there's always a ton of things crammed in there. Everything that's jammed in the locker is a game of some kind, you know? On top of that, things used for penalty games like cat ears and collars were kept in there. The capacity of that thing is unfathomable. That locker, maybe it actually extended through the wall into the fourth dimension. That's my theory anyways. Game. If not that, then how else could you explain how someone else could pull item after item? After Mion touched her hand to her chin briefly in thought, she turned around without pulling out any games. Well, why don't we try and keep it a bit simple today? Playing games that require lots of pieces all the time can be a little bland, right?
It doesn't matter what game it is. If everybody plays together, we can have fun. Yeah, that's right. She's right.
Rena and I both expressed our agreement. I feel the same way. With this group, there's no doubt even if we were pulling weeds from the school grounds, it would be fun. It's true, I do feel like they could make something like that competitive.
That wouldn't be fun for me. Pulling weeds or whatever.
That's right, isn't it? By the way, Satoko, can you stop reading people's minds by looking at their expressions?
Whatever you're thinking is always written all over your face, so I always know right away.
I've always been told that, but ever since I transferred, it seems like it's been especially bad. I need to develop a poker face where I could be in for a rough time. Alright, everybody pay attention. I'm going to explain the rules. We all immediately cut the idle chatter and put on stern expressions. In no time at all, everybody's gaze focused like a tiger or a shark, listening intently. That's right. From the point where the rules are explained, the match has already begun. Today's game is probably better known as a party game. It's called Sympathy. Has anybody heard it before? Sympathy. It means to share someone's feelings, right? Huh, maybe I might know this.
Mi-chan, maybe it's the game where we choose a topic and everybody writes down the first word that comes to mind, and the more people who share the same answers, the more points are awarded?
Oh, I like games like this.
In that case, Rena knows about it.
I remember. I recall playing a game like that in grade school while we were on a bus during a field trip.
I'm not familiar with this game. I would like an explanation.
First of all, we have the leader choose a topic. For example, they choose dessert. Satoko-chan, when somebody says dessert, what's the first thing you think of?
Let's see here. Pudding or something.
Okay, in that case, Satoko, you would write down pudding on your memo pad. Then everybody else reveals their answer at the same time. If there's 2 or more people who wrote down pudding, they get points. The more people who write down the answer, the more points are awarded. So if everybody writes down the same answer, that's a max of 5 points. Oh. In other words,
the trick is to think so that what you write down is the same answer as everybody else.
It was exactly as Rika-chan said. The point of this game was to think in a way so that you have the same answer as everybody else. For example, even if you heard the word dessert and then immediately thought of strawberry sundae, if your answer doesn't match up with everyone else, you don't get any points. What do you guys think of when you hear the word dessert? Let me know. Because my answer is cake. Or do we have to be specific? I wonder if anybody will have matching answers with me. That's why you have to hold off on that answer and change to one that seems like everyone else would choose. The key becomes not what you think about what you think yourself, but being able to predict what everybody else will answer. It's a very high level intellectual game. Ah, this seems so fun! Me, for Satoko's sake, let's try practicing one round. Okay, for this round, seeing as I'm club president, the leader will be me, alright? The topic can be something random. Taking out her literature textbook, she began flipping to a random page. Alright then, this is the only practice round. The first topic is shaved ice. When you say shaved ice, there's only one answer, isn't there? Oh, among the standard flavors of shaved ice, there's strawberry, melon, and blue Hawaii. Oh, okay, let's do this one together too, guys. Let's think of a shaved ice flavor. What did you guys think of? I thought of strawberry. I thought of the red one. I think of pastries for the dessert. Dessert flan. Ah. So wait, flan is more pudding though, right? So you had the same answer as Satoko then. Guava. Da. We couldn't match. This is so fun. I love games like this. The most popular amongst those is obviously melon and the lemon cookie. Shaved ice? Raspberry maybe. We couldn't match either. Everyone wrote down an answer? Then everybody show theirs at the same time, okay? Ready? Go! Strawberry, melon, uji gintoki, strawberry. Oh, wait, I'm matching with 3 people. Nice. What the hell is a uji gintoki? What? I'm the only one with melon. Yeah, melon seems pretty different. You guys, don't go doing something so mundane as picking strawberry as the standard. What? But standard is the best way. Hey Rena, would you actually order strawberry shaved ice? The first thing that always sells out at summer festivals is always melons, isn't it? Ah, he's right though. He's right. But strawberry is... Okay, when I think about when I think about shaved ice, the image in my head is a red sauce over it. So I that's why I picked it. Rena also likes melon flavor, but really it's all about the strawberry, right? Right? Kei-chan, if I were to pick, I would actually choose melon. But you see, this is a word association game. If somebody says shaved ice, the first thing you think of is strawberry. I'm still not entirely convinced, but in any case, it's this type of game. Rika, what exactly did you write? Is that a type of shaved ice? It's uji gintoki. Wait, what's uji gintoki? Uji gintoki. What the heck is that? Oh! She picked green tea. She picked... It says here, uji kintoki is a type of shaved ice topped with matcha syrup, and red bean paste. Oh! Ujin Kintoki is named after the small city of Uji in Kyoto Prefecture, famous for its green tea and Sakata Kintoki. What? It's incredibly delicious, you know? Well, it might be delicious, sure, but it's not exactly run-of-the-mill. Still, that's a pretty refined choice. It is very refined, I agree. Setoko, did this help you get a good idea? There were 3 people who wrote down strawberry, so those 3 people get 3 points. Oh, how nice! Wait, I have to do this game eventually with other VTubers. This was so fun. We compete to see who can get the most. Yeah, I've got it. More importantly, Mion-san, what shall we do about today's penalty game? Oh, there's going to be one after all. What will it be? What will it be? What should it be? Kei-chan, you have a suggestion? For the penalty game? When I was in elementary school, there was a penalty game, yeah. It can only be that. You know, I'm surprised that she's like getting worried, because I feel like it's always... It's basically a rule at this point in the club in this game club. In other words, that thing where the loser has to carry around everybody else's baggage. It happened often to the boys. Elementary school kids walking around completely covered in backpacks. You see it a lot. That's so sad. But how will we do that? Satoko-chan and Rika-chan's house are the complete opposite direction from ours. Then how about the loser carries just the winner's stuff to their house? Getting everybody's stuff to their house would involve covering a pretty sizable distance. Oh, yeah, just that much might be alright. Somehow, today's penalty game is pretty simple. With a penalty game of this level, it shouldn't even be fun to make Keiichi-san do it. Then shall we raise the stakes a bit? Not just playing Porter. Ta-da! How about we have someone... I don't know how to pronounce that. Stuff around dressed in this. Whoa. Why, a maid outfit of all things! How? It's cute and all, but... No way! But, you see, what do we do if Keiichi-san loses? If we don't have a size that fits him? Oh, I didn't let that little detail get by. I have a nice XL size one prepared just for Kei-chan. So, Kei-chan, are you ready? I'm going to have you walk around outside dressed up as a maid. From the headband to the garter belt, even the underwear, I've got it all prepared for you. This is insane! Why do you have every possible size of that thing in that locker? It's true, I always assume that the lockers that they have in schools like this are fairly small. This is bad, Keiichi Maebara. Somehow, it's become a situation where only my failure results in an overly low price to pay. What if I make a mistake and lose? I won't be able to walk around in broad daylight anymore. Oh, ma'am, about that Maebara boy. Did you hear about him? It seems like he's got a penchant for cross-dressing. Oh my, really? That'd be so embarrassing, you know. Oh, ha 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 ha. Gah! That's way too harsh. That's just incredibly brutal. If we're to return this penalty to some semblance of normalcy, now is the only time.
Everybody, I think we should refrain from this unwholesome penalty game. Why on the way back home from school do we have to be accompanied by a girl wearing a maid uniform and carrying our baggage, having them say master while dragging them around the village in such an embarrassing outfit? Wait, why am I panting? What is this? This feeling welling up inside me. Hey, let's just make it a normal penalty game. Hey, Keiichi-kun has frozen stiff. Burning with passion, I firmly placed my hands on Rena's shoulders. Rena, there is no problem with the penalty game. I just have to win. That's right. Everybody! I turned to everybody with an idiotic grin, my pearly whites flashing with a brilliant gleam. Whoa, Kei-chan, you've come around to the idea, eh? No matter what the penalty game is, there's no reason to be afraid. You just have to win. Right, everybody? Yeah! From Mion to Rika, everybody energetically thrust their fists up high. Only Rena seemed somewhat undecided, standing there looking flustered. She's a little bit slow, isn't she? If she wins, even for Rena it's quite a delectable opportunity. Hey Rena, don't you see this as a pretty big opportunity? Rika-chan or Satoko-chan in a maid outfit coming right to your doorstep. This is historically a great chance, isn't it? Rena began spouting a fountain of blood from her nose. The look in her eyes completely changed. She shifted into cute mode. I was waiting for this, Rena. That look in her eyes. How? To my doorstep! It's not like Keiichi-kun or Mi-chan wouldn't be good too. How? Alright. It looks like everybody's prepared themselves. Get your memo pads ready. First question, ready? Mion opened her textbook to a random page and read out a word that caught her eye. First topic is summer break. Summer break, huh? Beach? My first thought is beach. This is yet another quite abstract keyword. But then, let's not worry about it too much and start with something like this. Everybody good? Time to show up. Ready? Go! On Mion's signal, everybody simultaneously held up what they wrote. Let's see, what did everybody write? Summer festival, fireworks, mosquito coils. Oh, hey, who wrote mosquito coils? But no one wrote the beach. Oh, Rena and I have the same answer. Alright, 2 points. But Satoko's fireworks were pretty good too. Rika's mosquito coil is a very nice seasonal choice as well. All the choices are quite invigorating. It's almost summer break, isn't it? I wonder how we'll spend it this year. Invigorating words that invoke this image of summer break. Certainly things like that enrich the soul. As everybody approaches the soon-to-come summer break, a plethora of dreams should be etched upon their thoughts. By the way, Keiichi-san, what did you answer? Hurry up and show us. I didn't really write anything that great. No. Showing us is part of the rules. Now come out. Ah! Stop it! Don't look! Homework. What the heck? The room in silence. Nobody could really follow up that response. It's as if my impertinent answer had somehow sullied the wonderful dreams of this coming summer break. Keiichi-kun's summer breaks were never fun, were they? It's alright. Let's spend the summer this year with everybody. We won't leave you by your lonesome. Rika-chan gently petted my head. What exactly did summer break mean to me? Summer courses,
observing sunflowers, practice exams, special summer focus seminars. I know nothing of hot summers. It's about the idea of summer. It's not about what you experience. Because I've always been in an air-conditioned cram school. The tears. They... Kei-chan's summer breaks were always devoid of hopes and dreams, weren't they? Don't look at me with such pity in your eyes! Don't look at me! This game called Sympathy may be more terrifying than I could have ever imagined. Well, anywho, Rena and I get 2 points each. Let's keep going. Next is fish. Eh? So it's fish. Come to think of it, I haven't eaten sushi in a while. Well, are we supposed to think about a type of fish? I'm having too much fun with it. Well, it's gotta be salmon. By the way, rather than lean tuna, I'm quite the connoisseur on things like flounder. I wonder who I'll match with this answer. Because for a Japanese person, anyone would think of this. Eh? Alright everybody, this time we'll start with mine. Ready? Go! Sushi. How about that for an answer? When you see a lively fish, do you want to steam it or grill it? No, to have a fresh sashimi is the epitome of cuisine. Rather than writing sashimi though, I'll choose to write a more amiable term in sushi. That is my cunning ploy. But contrary to the intrepid resolve of my reply, everyone's expression was listless. Oh, that's right. When you say fish, I see. Sushi is tasty, isn't it? Ah! Stop talking to me in that consoling tone. Stop it. Well then, should the rest of us show our answers? Ready, go! Dolphin. Eh? Whale. Eh? Aquarium. What the heck? Aquarium. Oh! Rika and I have the same answer. That's 2 points. Rena picked whale, huh? I thought about that too, but I ended up picking dolphin. What the heck? Oh really? Rena wanted to write dolphin at first, but Rena didn't think anybody would write it. Oh, they got matching answers. Each of them is very cute. Everybody, excluding me, stopped and stared blankly as their thoughts drifted over the horizon. It seems as if they can hear the roar of the open sea from over there. This means everybody has 2 points. Well, everybody but Keiichi-san. Keiichi-kun's answers were worth 0 points, but Rena thinks they are very unique and interesting. Interesting! To immediately think of food when you hear the word fish. Kei-chan, you really should be ashamed on how destitute your soul is. Don't say something like my soul is destitute! Besides, what's with Bion and Rena's answers anyways? Those aren't even fish! Those are mammals! Objection overruled. Next. What a horrid game this is today. As the games pile on, it seems as if I will further exposed as a petty human being. I'm the only one who still hasn't earned any points. I want to at least get a point in the next round. Alright, the next topic is Sakura! But this is so easy! You have to think of the trees. Damn it. This time I'll do it. Keep her cool, Keiichi Maibara. Don't think about what you would normally think. Everybody else here is a girl. Stop thinking like a man. If you write down Sakura Mochi here, you'll only be repeating the tragedies of the past. You know, I feel like writing Sakura Mochi is pretty good too. throw away that gastrocentric male sensibility. Just for now, think of yourself as a girl. It's gotta be Sakura Blossom. You are a girl. You are a girl. I am a girl. Everybody finished writing? Let's do this. Keiichi-san, if you don't start getting points right now, won't it be dangerous? This time it's perfect. I've completely suppressed my own instincts. This time, I will have a match. No, I will make it a match. Oh, I will make a match. Keiichi-kun, you seem pretty confident about this one. You see, this time, Rena thought like a boy so I could match up with your answer. Sakura Mochi! Eh! I like them too. I wrote it down. Yeah, Sakura Mochi did seem like an obvious pick. That or Blossoms. Rena and Rika giggled together. Now is not the time to think with your stomach. Well then, what did Keiichi-san write the same? Well then, did Keiichi-san write the same answer as me? I put down Hanami. What is Hanami? Blossom, no? That's right, when you say Sakura, it has to be Hanami. What the heck is Hanami? Hang on, let me double check. Oh, okay, so it is custom of enjoying the transient beauty of flowers. Yeah, wait. So I matched with these guys. I wrote that down too. Mion and Satoko's response was Hanami. Hanami, seriously? That's the kind of event where old geezers get drunk and do all sorts of depraved things as a standard, isn't it? And why of all times did you decide to abandon answering from a girl's point of view? Well then, Kei-chan, what sort of girly response did you write down? It's nothing. Let's move on to this next topic. Moving on! Before I knew it, Riko-chan had circled behind me and was intently reading the memo I had hidden behind my back. Card Master Sakura is written down here. What the heck? Oh, Card Captor Sakura is pretty popular, huh? Became dead quiet. The abrupt silence enveloped the room. It would be fine if somebody at least laughed at me or played it off as something dumb, but nobody even flinched. The feeling in the pit of my stomach reached critical mass, causing my once blood-drained face to flush with a sudden wave of heat. Sakura can only mean Cardmaster Sakura, can't it? It's a super popular anime that's broadcast every week on the government-run networks. It's broken through to every demographic, from little girls to grown men. You've seen it, haven't you? No, you've definitely seen it. Even I've seen it. Yeah, even without the forced explanation, I know about it. It's that thingy where she fights in a different costume every week, right? Yeah, I know. Yup. It's cute, isn't it? Rena sometimes browses through it at the magazine stand to keep up with the story. I saw it for the first time recently. Sakura is cool and so cheerful all the time. I like that girl who's always filming with a camcorder. Oh! It's not just popular with little girls. It's also surprisingly well received by older boys, isn't it? To think that Kei-chan was one of those. It felt like I inadvertently blurted out something unnecessary and had completely self-destructed, but that wasn't the main problem. So you all know it, don't you? Why didn't you write it down? Sakura means Sakura Kinomoto. Sakura-tan! Cardmaster Sakura is the right answer! Mion quietly put her hand on my shoulder. Kei-chan, now I am certain. Kei-chan, you are to your very core a geezer. Yeah! Why is everyone looking at me with those eyes filled with pity? That's not true, Keiichi-kun. Okay, let's do our best. Here's what the comeback begins. There's no coming back for Keiichi-san the geezer. Now give up quietly and accept your penalty. What was today's penalty game again? Oh. Dressing up as a maid, complete with hairband and garter belt, while carrying around the winner's staff. No! Alright, you're real members of this club. Show me you won't let anybody come back from this disadvantage. Alright, let's keep it rolling. And thus, the club activities continued. It's the dancing song again. Oh. Whoa, Keiichi-kun seems happy. Why? How can this be? He's probably awoken to the joys of cross-dressing. Keiichi-kun, your hairband is going to fall off. Let me fix that for you. Rina cheerfully adjusted the hairband that had been enshrined upon my head. How does it feel, Kei-chan? Have you awoken to the pleasures of wearing girls' clothing in front of actual girls? Be honest now. It's alright. We won't laugh. You jerk! I'm gonna murder you! Swinging Mion's bag about wildly, I chased her in circles for a bit. Today's loser was quickly decided to be me. When I had been assured of finishing last, Mion showed her true power. She began racking up points with an iron fist. In the end, we didn't even have to add up the score to know who was on top. After that, in the changing room, with much wailing and gnashing of teeth, pushing the boundaries of shame and brutality, I was instructed by Mion on how to put on everything from ribbons to underwear. Damn you, Mion. What do you mean this will come in handy one day? How the bloody hell will a man know how to put a garter belt on? Knowing how to put on a garter belt be useful! Shh, Kei-chan, you're too loud. If you stay quiet, you might be able to pass this off as a rehearsal for a play. She's right. Because a scene here, they'll find out that you're wearing women's clothing right down to the unmentionables. I shuddered from head to toe, resisting the urge to scream. Actually, Kei-chan, you have really smooth skin. Are you often told that it's easy to apply makeup on you? Saying that, Mion gently rubbed my cheek. What kind of man gets praised for being easy to apply makeup on them? Oh, my throat is starting to hurt a little bit, so I'm gonna try to wrap this up. How does it feel wearing a maid's hairband? It really finishes off the look. Hairband is the best part of a maid outfit after all. It's true. Well, for me, I think the apron is the best part. Come on, Kei-chan. We're twinning now. What do you mean finishes off the look? Dumbass, stop teasing me! Keiichi-kun is embarrassed. Keiichi-kun is embarrassed. Cute. That's right. Men like things like garter belts, right? So how does it feel wearing one yourself? I don't really feel anything. Oi! Capital! Don't flip it up! It's tight, isn't it? Can you feel it rub against your skin as you walk? Yamato! Yeah, I think I need to call it here soon. Don't whisper such strange things in my ear. How? What the heck? I think my favorite thing is when Keiichi starts saying how. It happened a lot at Onikakushi in the last chapter, and I'm glad that it came back. How my miserable manhood suddenly shifted. You're turning red. You're turning red. I finally realized it. That's right. Right now, Kei-chan is exactly the type of maid that every healthy male wants. Yamero! Really, why do you have to whisper that right in my ear? I miss Meow Meow. Have you ever just wanted to hold a maid close to you? Kei-chan, you've currently become one with that maid. Don't you see? That's a distance far closer than a mere touch can ever achieve. There, can't you hear that pulse, that breath? Mi-chan, that's how... On the verge of overheating, a long red line flowed out of Rena's nose. Putting on makeup properly, making you wear a wig with a long straight hair you like so much. Oh wait, they gave him a wig too. Kei-chan, I've made you into your ideal woman. Now you're going to walk around town with me. You'll sure monopolize the eyes of all men. That would definitely make you feel really good, wouldn't it? If only... Alright. You could really tell that this was a product of its time. Saying that she's trying to flip my skirt. Wah! Wah! This is definitely not the time. Dang. Oh. When I realized it, Rena was caressing my head and rubbing me with her cheek. Keiichi-kun, when you were fidgeting like that, you were super cute. Oh, my chikairi. Peering through Rena's vice-like face, I saw Mion laying spread eagle on her back. What the heck? This must be what Satsuko and Rika-chan feel like when they become Rena's prey. It took quite some time to calm Rena down from her frenzy. Oh. The vibe shifted immediately. Later, Kei-chan. Today was super enjoyable. You will rue this day beyond. This disgrace shall be returned tenfold. I'll achieve an overwhelming victory, then condemn you into public shaming. Yeah, only if you can beat me. I look forward to seeing you try. Mion tossed me my clothes and looking in as good a mood I've ever seen her, left. Okay, now that I've been released by Mion, I can't waste even a second running home. Excuse me. By the way, Rena isn't as good as Mi-chan, so if we happen to bump into anybody, I won't be able to follow up for you, okay? Soon after that, I went into a full-out dash. I'm pretty sure I was running the 100 meters in about 6 seconds there. Well then, Keiichi-kun, see you tomorrow. Yeah, see you tomorrow. The fact that I didn't bump into anybody I knew was probably divine favor for my constant good behavior. That's so ballsy saying that about your own character, Keiichi. It's been going my way today. At that moment, the front door opened as if somebody was waiting for me. Oh, Keiichi, so you're home. I was just about to go for a walk. I was dumbstruck by how slow my father was to react. A normal person would have realized the peculiar scene before them around... Oh, Keiichi. Dad. This is... You know that club I'm always talking about? This is one of the penalty games we do there. Just so happened I lost today. Please, end of chapter, please. My dad placed his hand on my shoulder. It was an oddly moist and uncomfortably warm hand. Keiichi, let's have a little talk in my studio. We'll keep it a secret from Mom, of course. No, Dad, let go. There's a show I want to watch right now. Mion, you shall rue this day. his artistic flame raging like a wildfire. My dad dragged me along. I disappeared into the depths of the studio. End of chapter? You know, I feel like this is a good place to call it though. Man. This is the Higurashi. This seems to be like a common thing with Higurashi, huh? Because I believe in Onikakushi, things were really, really lighthearted too. You know, but I like when things are very lighthearted like this. Because I remember at some point in Onikakushi, I was thinking to myself like, holy crap. Like, I feel so bad for everybody. Keiichi is lashing out on Mion, and even a strong-hearted person like Mion is crying. And Rena, who's always such a sweet person, is being injured by Keiichi like that. Like, after witnessing all of that yesterday, this is also really refreshing to see that even if things are gonna go terribly in the future, at least they can enjoy themselves in the present, you know? So that is really nice as well. But I am gonna call it here. My throat is killing me. But I appreciate you all for coming by. We couldn't finish the second chapter, but I hope to do it next time we play Higurashi. Tomorrow I will be playing Resident Evil, but the OG one, because I really, really need to finish it. So I'm hoping to finish the OG tomorrow, and I will be starting at 6 p.m. So I hope you guys will join me then. Let's save. But yeah. And with that, I hope you guys have a good night, everybody. That was a lot of fun. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.